Hello and welcome to Eccentric Tarot. Today we will be reading some cards. Here I believe we are all interconnected and linked in the universe, and we can all relate to this reading today as a collective. Let's get started, all right? I'm going to shuffle the card deck, and I'm going to ask Spirit to give us some guidance today. Holy Spirit, thank you. Appreciate the guidance today. And I just want to tell the collective thank you for supporting me on this spiritual journey, and don't forget to like and subscribe, okay? That'd be great. All right, let's get with this reading. So we have the Three of Cups in reverse, and we have the Five of Pentacles in reverse. So let's get started on the Three of Cups in reverse. And so what I'm getting with the Three of Cups is you're kind of like, you're feeling imbalanced, okay? Through social connections, through celebrations. You're not really feeling up to par. This could be due to like gossip. You could be isolating yourself, and you can be going through some unresolved conflict, okay, within a group maybe. All right, so sometimes we get involved with certain people that have different belief systems, different type of ways of living that's differently, okay? And this can cause conflicts in certain type of groups, in certain type of social circles or communities, okay? So I feel like you are going through that right now. You may be going through a conflict with a certain group, or maybe a social group, or a group of friends. Maybe you guys haven't been seeing eye to eye lately over a certain issue. Okay, that's what I'm also picking up. It could also mean overindulging. You might be overindulging in maybe a toxic habit or toxic behavior that's not serving you. All right. So that's what I'm picking up so far from the Three of Cups in reverse. Now we're going to go to the Five of Pentacles in reverse. And so the Five of Pentacles in reverse really explains like hardship, or you're trying to recover from some type of financial struggle or health struggle, okay? It's the Five of Pentacles energy can also mean that you are healing from a difficult situation. You might be healing from a health scare, or something that has brought hardship in your life. You are actually recovering from that. So this miscommunication that you've been going through, as far as with a group or a social group, friendship group, you're recovering from that. Okay, you're getting out of the struggles of whatever this misunderstanding was, or this toxic energy that was around you. You're getting out of that toxic situation, okay? So the Three of Pentacles basically explains that you're recovering from some type of hardship, all right? So let's get a clarification on the Three of Cups and the Five of Pentacles in reverse. So we have the Knight of Swords. So the Knight of Swords can entail basically you not going down without a fight, that you are in some type of recovery situation where you are starting to be more active ambition. You are starting to pursue change, okay? You're being confident in your logic, and you're having like determination. You're fighting for what's yours. It can also mean that you are probably in a potential recklessness or impulsive energy right now. Basically needing to slow down. Basically, just slowing down to see your progress. Slowing down to pursue your goals and ambitions, okay? So that's what the King of Swords is telling me, that you are getting out of some toxic group situation, maybe, that you are starting to be creative and pursuing your own dreams and goals, no matter what people may think. All right, so we're going to get some clarification on the Knight of Swords. Thank you, Spirit, for these messages. And if you're looking for a personal reading, you can always contact me at Eccentric Krissy, Krissy, tarot, gmail.com. So we're clarifying the Ten of Swords. I'm sorry, we're clarifying the Knight of Swords with the Ten of Swords, okay? So, as the Knight of Swords indicates, you swiftly taking action to something that you are passionate about. Okay, the Ten of Swords also entails that you're probably doing this from a painful energy, or someone has put you in this energy of betrayal, like you've been betrayed by someone. Maybe you've been betrayed by this group of friends or this social group, or you've been exiled from some type of group setting, okay? It also represents transformation and new beginnings. So from this heartache, from this from you hitting rock bottom, you're transforming out of that and starting a new beginning, okay? So it could, like I said, it could have been from this friend group, social group, or just having to deal with different situations that make us feel sad. It could be a mental aspect of you not really feeling appreciated. So you're coming out of this, you're transforming yourself into this new beginning. Instead of just, sitting back in sorrow, being sorry for yourself, or creating more problems, you're starting to, sit back and kind of reevaluate yourself because of this certain betrayal that you've experienced. Okay, so we're going to clarify this energy. Okay. So we have the Eight of Swords in reverse and Justice. Okay. So I'm feeling like you're definitely coming out of some form of exile, some form of betrayal. This betrayal basically had you at rock bottom. You were feeling as if nobody was really by your side, or there wasn't anyone that you can really trust. And I feel like you were on the verge of just kind of self-sabotaging yourself. Okay. But I feel like now that you kind of like got into your spiritual beliefs, you're able to awaken and empower yourself now with this Eight of Swords in reverse. You're able to escape the limitations or belief systems people put on you. And you're coming into, your self-awareness of self, knowing that you are, a beautiful person. You're intelligent. You embody these aspects of you, and people see, who you are. And I feel like whatever this was for you, whether it was group, whether it was a corporation, whether it was family members, who denied you of or made you feel that you couldn't be the person you wanted to be. You know, you could be a part of the LGBT community. You could be just a black sheep of your family. Under any of those aspects or anything of that nature, I feel like you're coming out of that. You're not worried about what other people think of you. You're tired of people always imposing their insecurities on you, making you feel like, you know, you're this person when you're not, or trying to make you out to be a certain type of person when you're not. So that's what the Eight of Swords in the reverse is like. You're breaking free through negative belief systems. So if you believed in a certain type of way of living that was really toxic, you're coming out of that. If you believe that, or maybe you're just changing a religious belief, or you just, you know, headed to your spiritual journey and people don't understand why you're doing it. So that could be that as well. And I feel like with the Justice card, it's basically saying that you're getting your justice. Things are going to be balanced for you. You're no longer going to feel lack of. You're no longer going to feel depressed. You're in alignment with your goals. You're in alignment with your destiny. And it's looking good on you. You know, you're finally able to relax after, I feel like you've been through this like twilight zone type of energy where it was, you know, looking like it was the end for you. But basically Spirit was just, you know, cleansing you of that toxic energy, so that way you could thrive and be aligned with the goals that you set for yourself. Okay, so we can clarify justice in this energy as well. Thank you, Spirit, Holy Spirit, for these guided messages. All right, and this energy and this justice is going to lead you to your Ten of Pentacles. And the Ten of Pentacles, you know, it basically symbolizes happiness, financial abundance, and love, in every aspect that you can think of. So whatever you felt like you were lacking, maybe a relationship, maybe money, maybe feeling accepted by a group of people, you're no longer going to need that energy anymore, or to carry those burdens with you. You'll be able to thrive and receive your Ten of Pentacles without any like backlash, because the universe itself is stepping in and balancing out your scales. Okay, so you know, hardship definitely can weigh on us and definitely weigh on our insecurities, but as long as we stay focused, stay motivated, keep the momentum going as far as what you want for yourself, then we're destined to see results from that. All right, let's clarify the Ten of Pentacles. Thank you, Spirit, for these guided messages. And is there anything else that you would love or like to tell the collective? And I feel like you're going to be in love soon. I feel like if you're not already in a relationship, you're going to be like in love. Like you guys are going to like really truly be happy. I see marriage. I see maybe if you don't have any children or looking to have children, kids, just the whole nine, like the picket fence. And it's coming from a time where you felt like it would never happen. Like everything was happening around you, like things were happening for other people around you, and it just felt like, you know, you would never get your just due. And I feel like it's around the corner. I feel like it's now, you know what I'm saying? It's right now, and it's coming quick. It's gonna be here quick. But I feel like Spirit is also showing you like other ways you could go down this path without carrying those burdens with you, the spiritual path. So we're going to clarify this energy. Look like the moon came out in the upright. Then we have the Two of Wands, the Five of Swords, the World, the Wheel of Fortune, and the King of Cups. So what I'm picking up on the moon is that I feel like these group of individuals or family members, social group, some type of church, all right? If it feels like these people are like in some type of illusion about you, okay? Feels like it's a situation where things are not as they seem. I feel like whatever negative, toxic situation this is with these group of people or family members, I feel that is an illusion, and you need to trust your intuition when making, quick decisions. Trust who you are as a person instead of relying on somebody else's word or what they say, okay? Because I feel like it's a lot of negative energies around you. It's basically trying to take your joy. It seems like they're trying to take something from you or hide something from you. Maybe they could have stole something from you, or something was hidden from you long ago, or something in that nature. So I feel like this group of individuals are really planning on trying to make something go away, something that's hidden, something that's a secret, with the Two of Wands. So I feel like you're at a crossroad with a toxic situation and a non-toxic situation. I feel like that you want to be a part of your family, of this group dynamic, but it's not healthy for you. But I think it's your comfort zone. But I feel like you need to explore new opportunities, and that you should be more ambitious about your own goals instead of being or trying to be included into something that's toxic. All right. And sometimes we do fall into like temptation, but as long as we are able to get ourselves out of that negative friend group, negative habits, toxic relationship, then we can finally see who we truly are. Okay, finally see what we truly want in our lives instead of trying to be an idea that someone else has made for us. So I feel like you had a lot of conflict, you know what I mean? A lot of secret competition, a lot of stereotypes, maybe rumors, damaged relationships you went through. It caused a lot of disharmony in your life. It made you feel like you couldn't really trust anyone. And that is something that you were probably getting out of. You were cutting people off. You were trying to figure out who's with you and who's for you. And in these time periods, it caused a lot of tension. It caused a lot of miscommunication and ego clashes, within this group dynamic, family dynamic, toxic situation, or toxic habit. So it caused a lot of pain and isolation for you. And I feel that Spirit is telling you today that the pain is over. You know, your hard times are over, and you're going to receive your justice for all of this missed opportunity and heartache. Either some individuals caused you, or you know, family members, and in that nature, it wasn't beneficial for you. And I think a lot of people that were probably around you when you were going through these hard times didn't really care. And I feel like a lot of those people were enjoying seeing you down. Okay, that made them happy inside. That made them happy, you know, to see you down, maybe to see you, you know, not at your highest point in life. And I feel like a lot of people took advantage, and I feel like a lot of people, you know, laughed at your pain, okay? And I feel like you're starting to see this with the Five of Swords in reverse. You're starting to, you know, accept that I'm not going to be cool with everybody. You know, I'm not going to be everybody's cup of tea. And I'm not going to be, you know, who they want me to be. You accepted the difficult situations, and you accepted the people that have harmed you, or, you know, tried to make your life difficult. You accepted that, you know, these people have, how they feel and their insecurities don't reflect on who you are as a person. You know, they don't, yeah. So it's basically saying that, and it's warning you. You know, these entities, these people that we call our friends, we feel like we can trust them, or frenemies, or ex-friends, or however. But a lot of them, you know, are enemies. You know, sometimes the person you sleep close to is your biggest enemy, is your biggest, you know, op. So we tend to think that's a love, or the familiarness of it makes us not want to go out and try to meet other people or whatever. But you have to, you know, love yourself and just attract those type of people to you that's going to love you as well. So you love yourself, you'll attract people that love you too. And we have to be careful with these people that we have difficult situations with, because sometimes they, you know, they want revenge. They want to see you down. They'll plot against you secretly to make you feel a certain type of way. So you have to be aware of that. And I think Spirit is letting you know that with the Moon card and the Five of Swords in reverse, I feel like, you know, be careful of something that you don't know, or be careful of people around you trying to take revenge off of your peace, or the lessons you learned to defeat them, okay? Or get the best of them before they got the best of you, or just basically, you know, removing yourself from their energy. Some people take offense at you removing yourself from their energy or different situations. They feel like you should be, you know, with them in the struggle. And you're like, no, I don't think that's the way I want to live my life. I want to be able to be happy and peaceful, and not be looking over my shoulder every 20 seconds, 20 minutes, and all of that, right? So let's get into the World in reverse. And so the World in reverse explains the lack of closure, okay? So maybe you feel within this family dynamic group, a social group, could be a friendship group, social club, a church, a cult, blase, blase. You could feel lack of closure with these people. Maybe you feel like you were very close to certain individuals, and you feel like these cycles are ending, and something just inside of you won't let go. And that's understandable. We all have the feeling of being stuck, or not confident enough to try to, you know, distinguish these or let go of these relationships. Excuse my background. Let go of these relationships. So yeah, so that's what the World means. It could mean lack of closure, feeling stuck, or you might just feel like you're not achieving your goals fast enough. Okay. Alrighty. So we'll clarify the Wheel of Fortune. Wheel of Fortune. It's the Wheel of Fortune. Okay, good. Anywho, the Wheel of Fortune basically symbolize your cycles coming in. So new cycles. I'm sorry, new cycles. It means learning to look at life in a different point of view. Okay, indicating that sometimes we're governed by forces beyond our control. All right, so that's what the Wheel of Fortune means. Like divine timing. I've always said that, but I feel like it emphasizes transformation. You know what I mean? That God is on your side. That luck is on your side. You know, everything is balanced for you to take this pursuit of happiness that you always wanted for your destiny. And it's finally happened, and that's a beautiful thing. Okay, that's a beautiful thing. So before we get any more cards, let's clarify the King of Cups, and then let's get to the King of Cups and what that means for you. All right. And again, we are transforming. We're having a spiritual awakening. We're having a group spiritual awakening. You know what I mean? And if we've been doing the spiritual work, looking within and trying to gain insight, wisdom from what governs us, which is the universe, God, source, ancestors, most high, or whatever source means to you, we become unstoppable, okay? And we start to acknowledge ourselves and the things that we want for ourselves. So the King of Cups is emotional imbalance. So I feel like we're coming from an emotional imbalance situation that was manipulative, and it caused us to have lack of control and self recognition, okay? But I see that people are being empowered. I see the collective being empowered, reflecting on their shadow side, from being overwhelmed by these negative forces, by people that were, unemotionally available, moody, selfish. You're coming out of trying to please those type of people. If you are on the other side of the tarot, you could have been this emotionally unstable, imbalanced person, and you're finally coming out of that. You could have been, somebody that just wasn't a really good person, or just had a lot of low self-esteem about yourself, and now you're coming out of that. God sees that. Source, most high, higher power sees that, and it's bringing you blessings and justice, okay? So I did have some cards over here came out, and I'll read these cards. I'll read these cards now, and then I'll close this reading out. All right. So we have the Empress, the Hangman, and the Eight of Wands. So we have the Empress in reverse. We have the Hangman in reverse, and we have the Eight of Wands. We have the Hangman, in an upright, and we have the Eight of Wands in reverse. All right, so let's begin on the Empress. So the Empress, the Empress, sorry. I've just been pronouncing words all wrong. Okay, so the Empress is basically, somebody that is nurturing, and what she is in reverse is the total opposite. Okay, So it represents you're disconnected from your creative and nurturing side. Okay, you have to get back into feeling worthy. So the Emperor is upside down or in reverse is a lack of self-worth. You're dependent, or you're being depending on certain toxic situations, and it's creating creative blocks for you. So I feel like this group dynamic, church, cult, anything of that nature, I feel like with you still connecting to that situation, it's causing you to have a lack of self-worth, and it's also creating blockages in your creativity. Doesn't necessarily have to be a group. It could be a family dynamic. It could also be a job or a corporation that's basically holding you back or having you in some toxic energy that is not self-serving to you. So, yeah, okay. And I feel like that. I feel like you're coming out of that. I feel like that that you're no longer self-sabotaging yourself. You're no longer putting people's needs before yours, or trying to make somebody feel more than what they should, because maybe that person's not a good person or something, So yeah, it's definitely inclined. Well, it's symbolizing that. So you have to be willing to sacrifice some of these people, person, place, or habit. Okay, you have to sacrifice that so that way you can get your justice. And so you have to be willing to sacrifice that. You have to be willing to surrender to the universe. And I feel like you are. I feel like as the Hangman, you're in solitude. You're revising your life, what you want, what makes you happy, what brings you peace. All right. You're finally making a choice for yourself, especially in a spiritual asset or insight spiritual aspect. You're taking some time to grow. You're letting go of old belief systems, and you're embracing your new transformation and your new beginnings. And you're taking these steps now. Okay, I see you taking these steps now. There might still be a little bit of toxic energy around you, but I feel like you're letting that go as in now. Okay, and this is your confirmation to continue on your pursuit to happiness. I know that sounds cliche, but it's the truth. You're pursuing your own happiness instead of trying to fulfill others when you really don't have it to give. So you need to basically give more to yourself, and that's what the Hangman entails. You're finally taking those necessary steps to do what's right for self, instead of trying to be an idea of somebody else's vision or what somebody else thinks of you. Like, we don't have time for that. All right, so because of you've coming into your personal strength, you are starting to be more prosperous. And you were at a time where there was delays, or there could still be delays. It's frustrating. It's frustrating, and it's also overwhelming. Okay, you might have just came out of a minor crisis, warning you to stop doing impulsive things. It's encouraging you The Eight of Wands is encouraging you to slow down, reassess yourself, be patient, focus, plan correctly, communicate clearly, okay, and move forward in business and unfinished business. So basically, yeah, that's exactly what I was saying, that your impulsiveness is causing some of these delays for you. And once you can master yourself in patience, not being overwhelmed, you can see the progress of your work. You can see the fruits of your labor. But you have to come out of this Eight of Wands energy, because if you don't, it just feels like you're going to be in like this hamster wheel cycle of being with these shady people, or being around these shady situations that's not serving you. All right. So we're going to get one last card for this reading. Thank you, Spirit, for these messages. And please, 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 please like and subscribe so I can get it in the algorithm. It will be highly appreciated. For, I'll say, the next 20 subscribers I get, and you email me, I'll give you a free reading, a free personal reading. All you have to do is contact me on Eccentric Chrissy with a K, Eccentric Chrissy, KRISSY tarot @gmail.com, and I will give you a personal free reading for your subscription. Okay. So we have one last card to clarify this reading. Thank you, Spirit. And it looks like the King of Pentacles. Okay, let's get another card too. Okay, we got the Ten of Pentacles, Spirit. Can you give us another card to clarify the King? I'm sorry. The King of Pentacles. So we're going to clarify the King of Pentacles with one last card to close out this reading, so that way we can get a better look at what Holy Spirit is guiding us, telling us. All right. So yeah, so I feel like you have to come out of this King of Pentacles in reverse energy to get your Ten of Cups. So that's basically what Spirit is telling me. You need to stop being materialistic, okay? Stop leading with greed. Stop being ruthless. And okay. So yeah, this King of Pentacles energy is giving me somebody that is irresponsible with their finances, that's a little bit corrupt, imbalanced, okay? It's giving me unorganized and not practical in transcending your goals. Or not balanced with your goals, not going after your goals, okay? So right now I just feel like you're in this, where you were in this King of Pentacles energy, and you're starting right now as we speak to slowly get out of those negative aspects, negative spiritual belief systems, because you see the backlash. And I feel like when you went to maybe a family member or a group or a corporation or something, and it opens your eyes to see that the certain people that you thought had your back really didn't have your back. And that's what kind of led you on this spiritual journey. That kind of led you to kind of find something more in life than just the materialistic things, or just, going to church every Sunday, or being in a social group or, something like that. It caused you to open your eyes and see that there's more to the world than what you were taught or what you have experienced in life so far. And this is what's pushing you to this spiritual journey. And it's making you realize that there's more in life than what we've been taught. There's more in life than the material, okay? So I think that you're coming out of this King of Pentacles in reverse. And because you're coming out of this energy, or you are cutting off certain aspects of that energy that was close to you, like I said, could be various of things. You're getting your 10 of Cups. So your happiness, your fulfillment, your soul tribe, people that actually think like you, people that actually love you for you, that you can give and they give back. It's reciprocated. So that's what Spirit's telling you. Stop going about life thinking in this box way, this small-minded, insecure, materialistic mentality, and actually dive into your spiritual thinking in the way you see your life, okay? And I feel like once you open your third eye and you come to understand who you are, I believe that you will receive your 10 of Cups, okay? So that's all I have for today. Thank you guys for joining me on this spiritual journey. Please, please, please like and subscribe. I will be highly grateful. So grateful that I will give you a free personal reading. If you subscribe, you can contact me at Eccentric Chrissy Tarot at gmail.com. That's Chrissy with a K-R-I-I. I'm sorry, I can't even spell my own name. K-R-I-S-S-Y. Okay. Thank you guys for joining me. I love you dearly. I hope that you are blessed in abundant love and light. And remember to like and subscribe. Thank you.